Hi guys, Meso here with Meso Making It, and I'm just sitting outside, kind of winding down, relaxing after a long, busy day. And it's been a beautiful day here in Atlanta, and I think the temperature reached maybe 69, 70 degrees, and this is coming on the heels of some very cold weather. I think 50% of our nation has been snowed in, although we didn't see any of that snow here where I live. But now it's almost like spring. So I've been out all day, very busy. Came out here to relax for a little while and just catch my breath because I'm going back inside and I'm gonna make dinner. Yeah, still gotta do dinner. So after dinner, I'm going to have just a little bit of dessert, and today that dessert is going to be apple turnovers. And if you remember, or if you saw my video on peach cobbler, I talked about if you make a peach cobbler, a apple cobbler, a pie, or a sweet potato cobbler. And yeah, a lot of you haven't heard about a sweet potato cobbler, but I'll be doing a video on that, and it is so divine. It is delicious. And but if you have leftover peaches or apples or even the potatoes, you can use those to make turnovers. And they're very simple. We're going to do it a real quick and easy way. You know, it's good to make stuff from scratch and to spend a lot of time cooking. That food is good. But you know, we don't always have that kind of time to put into our food. We don't always have hours to stand over a stove and to cook and make things from scratch. And while I do that, but I always like to find interesting and delicious shortcuts that you can put something on the table to your family and you didn't spend a lot of time doing it. You're not exhausted and it's still something very good. Then you got some energy left over to spend some time with your kids, maybe a little time with Big Daddy, enjoy yourself, read a book. So I like to take shortcuts where I can get them. And so today we're going to be taking a little shortcut with our dessert, but no shortcut on taste. It's going to be very, very delicious. So guess I'll sit here just a little while longer, then I got to get cracking. See you in the kitchen. Make some apple turnovers. And we're not going to be using flour. I'm not going to make any. These are going to be very easy. Here I have some apples that I used for making an apple pie, and these were left over. And if you remember in my video about the peach pie, I said that if you have the apples or the peaches left over, you can use them many ways. You can put them over ice cream, over pancakes, waffles, and this is a way that you can use them. And it's just making some little turnovers. Not going to make up any flour, any crust. I'm going to use the egg roll wrappers, and they'll work just fine. You can find these anywhere. I think in the grocery store they're usually over near the side with the vegetables or where the salads are. But anyway, just look for them. Just every grocery store has them. I'm gonna use an egg, and again, as I told you on the other video, I'm going to put just a splash of water, just a little water in it. And that egg is going to be used to actually seal the wonton wrappers. So we're going to beat the egg. That should be good enough. Let me get a paper towel, because I want this surface to be dry. So we're going to take our wonton wrappers. Let me just get one out. Let me just get one. Let me get a couple. 1, 2. I'm only gonna make, I'm just gonna make a couple of these. So, what you do is you take your wonton, and you're gonna take your finger actually, and you're just gonna go all the way around the edges with the egg. You're gonna moisten the edges with your egg. And you're going to take your apple mixture or your peaches, whatever you have, apples, peaches. You could even do this with sweet potatoes. If you've had yams left over, you can use that. In fact, I think I'm going to actually make these square. That might work better. Press down. Them down, and make sure you got a pretty good seal on it. I've got some oil over here in the pan heating, and so I'm going to just place this in my oil. I don't know if you can hear it. Also, I'm just doing this for Big Daddy, just for dinner. If you want them to be prettier, you can take a pizza cutter or your knife and just trim, kind of round those edges to make it pretty, but he likes the crust, and so it's fine like that. Nobody eating today beside me and Big Daddy, so we don't need but two actually. See how it looks, and you can see that it has really gotten crispy. That's going to be real crunchy. So we're going to let that other side brown, and I'm going to look for, well, I'll have that out. At the end, when we get it out of the oil, once it's finished frying, then at the end I'm going to put powdered sugar on it. That's not really something that you have to do. But I'm going to do it today, so we'll powdered sugar on it. But I don't have my powdered sugar out yet. Okay, so let me pinch you. If you hear it frying like that, you really want to just turn it down a little bit. And I'm going to stand it up on the edges. Just hold it for a second so that those edges can crisp up a little bit. That doesn't take but a second. So, let's get it out. Put it on our plate. Let's put it on our plate. Let's set it here. And then we're going to put just a little bit of powdered sugar on it. Powdered sugar open. So I'm not going to open a whole package just for this. So I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of regular sugar on this. And it'll be just as good. Actually, you don't have to have any sugar at all on it. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of regular white sugar on this. And it's going to be really, really good. Let's cut it open and see what we have. Can you hear that, Chris? See how crispy it is? Let's cut that open. And there you have it. Very pretty. Tastes good too. Okay, see you next time, guys.